Hello, hello. Welcome back. Today is going to be a shorter stream today. I just want to do a couple more videos or a couple more matches with some of the decks that we had yesterday, and then get started on some of the videos for this week. So let's start off the stream with a random Pokemon. Ooh, Cresselia. All right. Let's see, I have a little zoom. That's good. Okay. Cresselia, a legendary psychic type Pokemon, is known for its ability to dispel nightmares. It's associated with the crescent moon and is said to bring pleasant dreams. Cresselia is often sought after for its healing powers. Well, glad I got Cresselia at the very end of my recovery for my tonsillectomy. Feels like that's a good sign, right? Okay. Oh. Let's move over to here. That sounds good. Yep. All right. So, I want to play a couple more matches with this. The electric deck. Yeah, everything so far seems really good with it. Don't think I'd make any changes at the moment though. Yeah, let's keep playing it. Okay. Tapu Koko start. It's not terrible. Alright, looks like we're going up against Oricorio with the Pomot. I would like more basics. Actually, I would like to see Cord. No, I don't need to see Cord just yet, so I'd like to see more basics. So let's pull research first, see if we can grab some basics. Okay, we got double Pokeballs, so that's good. Let's grab these guys. Another Tapu Koko. Would like to see Zeraora specifically, that would be nice. There we go. Okay, so we got Zeraora. We can put that down there. And do I want to put the Koko? What would these two spend spots be? Shaman and Pikachu potentially? Yeah, so I think I'm going to save this bench spot and just pass. Thunderclap Flash allows us to get a lightning energy. If we pull a Shaman, which the likelihood of us doing that is low now since we use both of our Pokeballs, but we are halfway through our deck. So we do have a shot of potentially getting a Shaman. If I get Shaman, I could retreat attack with the Zeraora, which would be really nice. Okay, they put Oricorio down, so we do have the Repel to move that out of the active, but we'll see. We'll see if that's necessary. Dawn doesn't seem necessary here. I don't want to Mars him just yet. Let's just go research. See what we can grab. We have the Cord and we got Pikachu. Okay, that's not bad. I guess I can put Pikachu down. Cord on active just in case. Yeah, let's put Cord on active just in case. And then we'll just go Plasma Hurricane. Next turn, if they don't evolve Rare Candy into Pomot, I believe is the final stage, then we can potentially knock it out. Okay, they do evolve. And it is Pomot, so we don't KO it because we will be shy. A couple of damage. Okay, they want to Sabrina here. I could send up Zeraora and hit for 50 with Dawn, but it it may not be the best play. I could just attach retreat. Let's send up the Zero Aura. Because we'll get hit for 70, but we could retreat the Zero Aura and then attach to the top of Coco, hit for 90. And then save the Zero Aura to try and take out the Oricorio. Okay, we got second Zero Aura, which is not bad. So I'll go retreat into this guy. Attach. We could do this. And then just go Mach Bolt. Okay. The counterattack puts us down to 90. They still do 70, in which case we'll die if we attack them again. Red card is fine. My hand wasn't too great. Another chord, and then Oricorio as well. Okay, so they have Cape on bench Oricorio. Okay, 70 punch here. Now the thing about the chord is that if I die to their knockout, I don't think I can make that work, right? I could retreat, attack, or put up the Zero Aura, tank a hit, put the chord on that, attack, and then my damage from an attack. So I think I do have to retreat here, and then just pass. Alright, they go punch. This counterattack really does suck. Because I can't chord here either. So I have to do this. So zap for 50. Okay, next turn I can attack with Zero Aura, but then I lose the Zero Aura. So I'll need to do this. Electrical cord to the 0 aura. Attach, retreat. Dawn. And lightning claw. Yeah. That kind of kills it for us. Okay. Yeah, let's try it again. Alright, 0 aura start is pretty good. We also have the cord as well, but we don't have any basics. We are going up against type Null's Rampardos, or the Savali Rampardos deck, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to record more videos with this deck, is because all we see on the ladder is this guy. But this is fine. I could Mars them, but doesn't seem like the best use of my Mars, so I'll just do this and pass. The Oricorio isn't going to do much for us in this matchup, but it's better than nothing. We can attack with Lightning Claw. They may not have Savali attack this next turn if I Iono them, or not Iono them, Mars them. So we might have to Mars this turn in hopes that they don't have it. Research would help me, but I think a Mars... Or would research into getting, say, like Tapu Koko would be better. So I hit for 50 here. I'll hit for 50. They'll be at 60 left, so then I could just KO with Oricorio with Giovanni. So I think I'm fine with potentially just Marsing and hope that they don't have an out to the Savali. We'll do that. They got the Cranidos, which is scary, but do they have enough? They can't retreat either. Alright, no, they don't have it. So that's good on our part. We take a point here, and then we can use the research to set up our board a little bit more. If we can get Pikachu, that would be very nice. Shaman's not bad. I don't want to put it in play just yet because I don't think we'll need it. Let's spread our energies here a little bit. Go Thundercup Flash. They can knock us out with Cranidos, but with a electrical cord and an attachment, we hit for 90. Where are they at after they KO us? If they KO us with Rampardos, we can KO the Cranidos with 90. That's fine. But the Rampardos will go down to 100, which means we have Giovanni to help us take that knockout too. Okay. This is fine. Now they need Rare Candy Rampardos this following turn as well in order to KO us. Alright. Touch. Now we'll do Geo here. Alright. Do they have the Rare Candy Rampardos? That is the question. If they do, then they can take the 2 prize knockout here pretty easily, but if they don't, we take the game. They have Iono 2 cards, that is pretty low. But if that gets them exactly what they need, then that will kind of suck. And they can see it. Okay. Crazy how we have been winning against probably one of our toughest matchups over and over again. But hey, the deck just works sometimes. Okay, maybe not Savali Rampardos. Maybe something else. Okay, potentially Charizard. Okay, it looks like it's Charizard. So Oricorio can do some work for us here. But let's see if we can also set up a Pikachu too. Do both of these proc? They do. That's crazy. So much energy in play. Okay. I should have put the cord, but I thought they might have Guzma. But this is fine too. If we do get a Mars though, or not Mars, Giovanni, we could take a knockout on the Charmander. I'm gonna start building up Pikachu, because Pikachu is gonna be really good in this matchup. Or do I start building up Oricorio? I think we build up Oricorio because they can't really deal with... Or I should have just built the active. Ugh. Should have just attacked the active. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, they are down 1 Iono, 1 Research. I could Mars them this next turn. Oh, I don't know why I didn't attack. I should have just attacked. It's fine, it's fine. Misplays happen. Okay, Charizard has 180 HP, so this 50 onto this Charizard puts it at 130, so Pikachu can still take a knockout. So I could repel and hit either the Litten or the Charmander. That doesn't seem like a terrible play. I could retreat and attack with Oricorio too, that way if they do come up with a... Or maybe I save it, because they could come in with like a Torracat or a Charmeleon. which I'm assuming if they're playing both stage 2s, they would be playing at least one. Although, to be fair, this does knock out with the Giovanni, so I think I will repel here to take a knockout on something with energy. Alright, so this takes the Incineroar out of play, which is good. We could take a point here on the Charmander if they don't evolve into Charizard. Okay. They have Rare Candy into Charizard, but they have to Stoke this turn. In which case I could just retreat into the Oricorio. They are at 200 HP now, but I think retreating into the Oricorio is fine. It does mean we don't attach energy to the Pikachu as a follow-up. Oh no, the Electrical Cord does help with that, so I think we're fine. I think we just go retreat into the Oricorio, force them to have some sort of Gust. Because what they could do is they could Sabrina, right? Which they would take a KO on a Zeraora. Which means I want to attach the Electrical Cord to a Zeraora. Because they come in with Charmeleon, then I just retreat, attack with the Zeraora again. So this is probably the better play. And then we just keep hitting them for 50, and then they can't really do much here. Except potentially come in with a Charmeleon if they have it, or come in with this Charmander and hit for 20, but then they'll die to the Zap. And then we just keep building up Pikachu in the meantime, which means this Charizard will eventually go down. Okay, looks like they're just going for Stoke. We get Dawn? No Dawn. They might be playing Repel as well, in which case I could do the same play, right? Repel into Zeraora, let the energy go down, come in with the Pikachu, knockout. So they could do Lily here. Lily here would save them and buy them a turn. No, it's just a retreat into the Charmander. And then Combustion. Okay, so we just win with a attach, retreat, and Cyrus. And I concede. You gotta respect the bird. You gotta respect the bird still. That's unfortunate, but you do. Even with that terrible misplay at the beginning, we were still able to pull it back together. Alright, let's try one more. And I'll try a couple more, actually. I'm liking this deck. This deck is fun. So my plans for today's stream is we'll play this deck for a little bit, and then we'll play... I've been trying to make Blacephalon work, and not just like the typical put it with Stoke Charizard, right? Like, we've all seen that deck list. But I want to try a version of the deck that is unique and is interesting. But I tried so many different versions of it, and it just didn't really... Blacephalon is just a hard attacker to work around. There's just... First of all, the fact that it has a 2 retreat cost is really annoying. Which means we have to play a multiple leaps, which is already a lot just to play 1 leaf in that deck. Okay, we got the flash, which is good. Put the cord there, and then we'll pass. Unfortunately, we can't retreat the Shaman because it is only when it's on your bench, right? So since it's in the active, it does prevent us from attacking next turn. So we either need to let the Shaman go down, which I'm not too opposed to doing, or we attach retreat attack. Depending on what their start is. It looks like it's just Wheezing Darkrai with the new Nihilego, potentially. Judging by how fast they might be setting up, it may not be worth saving the Shaman. We have another one of those, but it's not really necessary. I could just let it go down. If I attach the active, retreat, attach, next turn, attack for 50, they ping, KO the Zero Aura, the energy goes to the Tapu Koko. I think I'd rather have this Tapu Koko set up to attack. And then I'll just pass. Iono? Iono's not bad. I'll take an Iono. Pokeball, Mars. Cape is pretty good in this matchup, I feel like. We could definitely utilize Cape. Pokeball, if that gets us Pikachu, we can definitely set up that, which should be really nice. We could also repel this coughing out of the active. Let's go Pokeball here. Another Tapu Koko. I don't want to put that in play. I would say I could attach retreat, attack, plasma hurricane, and then accelerate energy, but then I'm poisoned, so then I'm taking tick damage, and then the Darkrai can come in, knock me out. I think I'm just fine with chilling here. I want them to make the first move. Or I want them to come in with the Darkrai. Yeah, I want them to make the first move with the Darkrai. Looks like it's just a suffocating gas here. Okay. I can go Cord. How much damage can Darkrai do realistically next turn? With the poison, let's count that as 20. Plus a ping with Dark Prism, that's 40. Then the Dark Prism attack itself is 120. So I probably do need Cape on the Tapu Koko as opposed to the Cord. So I go attach. I could just start attacking with Zero Aura, in which case I'm doing 50. And then I take 20 plus a poison. I think I'd just rather attack with the Tapu Koko. If the Tapu Koko goes down, I'm not gonna have enough time. Dang. Okay. I thought too long about it. I think I could have gotten away with just the Cord. But, yeah. I didn't know if I wanted Cape on the Tapu Koko or not. Cape on Coco would have made it so that I would stayed alive for an extra turn, which I guess is the same as Cord, because then I get a value out of the energy attachment. Okay. Fighting this deck again. I swear this is all over the ladder. That's pretty good. I like that. Top deck. Okay, we can come in with the double Zero Aura. I'll even bench the Shaman, why not? And then go attach. Pass. Double Zero Aura is good, it just gives us a string of attackers. Sure, we might go down to Savali next turn, but that just means we have a secondary attacker as well. We do need to get some chords in play. Chords would be ideal. Okay, so they have one in hand guaranteed. If I can get a Mars, that would be really nice. Dawn doesn't really do it. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cape the Zero Aura. Retreat. And then Lightning Claw. This way they don't KO us just outright next turn with a supporter. And then we can hit for another 50. We don't KO them per se, because they have 110 HP, unless I top deck Giovanni, which would be clutch. Top decking Giovanni would be super nice. Iono. Will the Iono help us? The Cord. The Giovanni. Ah! It's crazy. Now they will still KO us with or if they get Rampardos this next turn. But if they don't, that would be very nice. What I actually can do is retreat into the Zero Aura, give myself the Cord. Attach here, Giovanni, and then knock out the Savali. Now, Rare Candy Rampardos is real, but they don't promote it, so that tells me that they don't have it, which is good. The retreat into the other Zero Aura was probably not necessary, but it does prevent them from getting a knockout with Quick Blow. Oh, they do have Rare Candy into Rampardos. Okay. Interesting turn of events. Mars. I'm gonna sacrifice the Oricorio here, because I need to free up a bench spot in order to do Anything with electrical cord? Now, do they have a second Silvally? Okay, they do. Okay. We can't take out this one, unfortunately. We have a Tapu Koko here. But even Tapu Koko with... Because I don't have a Giovanni anymore, right? No. So I can't knock out a Rampardos. I could Mars them down to 1, hope that they don't have a supporter next turn. That's probably my best play. I would like to get... a Pikachu here. They retreat. Interesting. Oh, this goes to anybody? Wait a minute. We're definitely gonna lose this match, but I think I learned something. To each of your bench Pokemon. But it has to be attached to a lightning Pokemon. Okay. Alright, well we lose, but that's fine. If we just got Pikachu out, we would have been in a decent spot. I just want to play against a deck that's not Silvally Rampardos. And I won't, because I keep pairing up against the same guy. Interesting play. Okay. I thought they might have had Rampardos. Okay, they have both Savali's in hand, so they don't have Hurricane Rampardos. Unless one of them is one of the pieces, they could top deck into it, but I don't think they would have it. Kuzma doesn't help us. Maybe the repel play wasn't that good. I would have just KO'd this, but then they just returned KO me with Rampardos, so it just was dependent on what they had in hand. If I could have taken out their only access to Rampardos, that would have been decent. But it's hard to know if they have it or not. And then yeah, because we took that extra 20 from type null, we're not gonna be able to knock out and survive this next turn. Their aura would have been much better here. I don't have access to Dawn either. Let's just retreat into this. They might have a supporter in hand. If they do, then we lose. Yeah. There's not much we could do there. Okay, maybe we won't queue into the same guy. Just wait a little bit. Again, it's so hot in here. I have the fan on and everything. Okay. Okay. Somebody new. Hopefully a new deck. Be really nice. Ugh, doesn't seem like it. Yep. Jesus Christ. Literally every match. This will be useful. Okay. Just attach, impasse. Get our Thunderclap flashes in play. And then we'll hit the active for 50. We could Giovanni hit for 60, but may not be worth it. They have research. They don't attack this turn because they evolved. So that's good. They have Cranidos already set up. Okay, Tapu Koko's not bad either. We can do this. And I'm actually wanting to attach to the Tapu Koko because then we don't lose all the energy with the Pikachu. And we can use it for longer. So they'll knock us out here. We can go in with Zero Aura, use Giovanni to take a knockout on the Savali. The fact that this spreads to non-lightning Pokemon too makes this deck so good. Got Research, it's not bad. Now the Giovanni play kind of sucks now because I can't use Giovanni on a Rampardos. Doesn't seem like they have it, which is good. They might just need a quick blow here. So this buys us time to get a Pikachu set up. If we can get another core, that would be best, but we don't necessarily need it. But no, this is attach pass, okay. That's very good. We also got Dawn too, so that's gonna be super useful. We can even cape the active so we survive an attack next turn, which buys us an extra turn. Attach here. Then we'll go Lightning Claw. Or maybe, no. Because we just lose to Rampardos, right? Okay, they didn't evolve outright. Unless we played two Giovanni, the numbers are just not there for us in this matchup. We have to hope that they whiff. With a 4-card deck, and 2 of them potentially being Rampardos. Yeah. If we could just hit like an extra 10 damage. I know Giovanni is there, but just an extra 10 would be so good. Okay. Please let us not hit this matchup. Oh my god, it's the same matchup. I can't play this deck on ladder today. It's what I wanted to do. It's all I wanted to do today. It's fine. think I prioritize setting up my board versus Marsing them. So Plasma Hurricane into Mach Bolt isn't bad against a type null because we do KO them with the 20 and the 90. So that number, that math works out for us. But in every other scenario, the math is just so short. It's just short by 10. And they already have Hurricane into Rampardos, which is not great. So unless we get Giovanni, we can't Mach Bolt KO a Rampardos. Okay, well, there's the Giovanni that I asked for. Here's the thing, they're stuck in the active, right? I could just Plasma Hurricane again, hit it for another 20. And then come in with Zero Aura to knock it out. Because they come in with the Rampardos, I accelerate 1 energy to the Tapu Koko, but then I'm going to be down 1 energy, so I would need Dawn, but I can't Dawn and Giovanni. Yeah, I think I'm going to just do this. I'm going to Plasma Hurricane again. Because I know their deck doesn't play Leaf. I've not seen Leaf yet in like the 20 times I've played this matchup today. Alright. This could get us Pikachu, which could be good, nice. Okay, Pikachu's nice here. Gives us some more options. Let's go ahead and throw that down. This gives us an attacking option for every scenario. Okay, and then we'll Mach Bolt here to take that point. They come in with Rampardos, because Savali's not going to KO us. Rampardos will die to a Giovanni knockout on top of Coco. Then they come in with Savali. I can just come in with Pikachu and then KO from there. I think we have our game plan. Yeah. Cape. I don't think Cape matters. I'd rather have, well, the Cord. They might play red, but even with red, the Cape doesn't matter. So they can't Sabrina and red, right? So I'm just gonna put the Cape on the Zero Aura in case I do need it to take a hit. And then we'll just go Giovanni, knock out the Rampardos. You might need to run 2 Giovanni just for this deck alone. Maybe. Either that or Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet actually could be useful in this deck. Alright, Mars, but that doesn't matter. Because we'll have game with Retreat attach onto the Pikachu. Yeah. And then that's how you win the matchup. It is super tough though. It is, I would say, like, not in your favor at all, but if you can get your setup pretty decent. I do like the Tapu Koko lead. The Tapu Koko lead is definitely way better than a Zeraora lead in that matchup, because then you have to waste a Giovanni to get the knockout on the Silvally with Zeraora, but I'd rather save that Giovanni, ooh, excuse me, for a Tapu Koko. So you want to chain 2 Tapu Kokos in that matchup specifically. So that makes sense. Let's try and get one match where I'm not going up against the top meta deck. Alright, we're going first. Doesn't seem to be the case. Seems like we're just gonna be going up against this guy. Okay. So I was going to play Blacephalon after this, but I think I'm going to try and play a deck that counters this one, because this is absurd. Alright, we have Tapu Koko. I'm going to wait to Mars them. Yeah. Let's wait. Zeraora, turn too late. Yeah, like I think we just lose. We can't. With this start specifically, we lose. I'm just gonna go ahead and Mars, because they probably have turn 2 attack. Yep. Dude, I gave them the nuts off the Mars. How did I give them Silvally, Research, Type Null, Rare Candy, Rampardos? That doesn't... how? Just playing cards to play cards. I mean, we can't use the cord now. We could Dawn attack, and then we just lose a Zeraora for what? Yeah, no, I don't think this is gonna work. Alright, one more. And then I'm going to try and cook up a way to beat these Silvally decks. This could be the same guy, maybe? I don't remember. Okay, it's a dark deck. I'm facing Dark Tina, it's fine. Alright, we got a lot of ball search. What I might do, I want to see cord, right? So Okay, poison package. Could be poison Darkrai, which is a deck I want to try too. Okay, there's a cord, so I might research first just so I have access to most of my basics. Okay. Shaman's not bad. Okay, Tapu Koko. We could probably bench the Shaman too. That doesn't seem too bad here. Put the cord onto the active. We can't knock out the Nihilego, unfortunately, with the Giovanni if we do top deck it. But we can 2-hit. I think that's fine. They don't do enough damage initially to KO us, but they could if they get Barb plus another Nihilego. That could ramp up a lot of damage. We do need to be careful though, because if they do KO us with poison, the cord doesn't proc. So we want to make sure that that is the case. No, it looks like it's just Nihilego wheezing, which I'm interested to see how this plays out. They don't attach the active, which is interesting. Okay, they just retreat. That makes sense. Again, we don't knock out the coughing. It has 70 HP, which is annoying. They're gonna suffocating gas. Hit me for 20. I hit them for 50. They poison me. I go down to what? This could be a double Tapu Koko angle, but I want to save this bench spot for Pikachu potentially. Okay, if I hit for 50, they go down to 20, I get poisoned, I take 20 on their turn, so I'm down to 50, take another 20, and then another 20. So I should survive. But I will die to poison. So I need to do this. I probably need to retreat into Tapu Koko after I go down. Otherwise, oh, they can KO me potentially. If they get, that is it. I think Weezing's attack does how much? I don't remember. Okay, it does 30. Unfortunately, that does KO me through poison and not through the attack. So that is unfortunate. Gooseberry here doesn't really help, so I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to go ahead and cape the active, because we can't use the cord on anything else anyway. We can bench the other Tapu, maybe pivot between the two if we need to. But we'll have to just go Plasma Hurricane here. Well, they got that Darkrai. Interesting. If I Mach Bolt here, I go down to 60. They do 30, so then I'm down to 30. They could bench it in the Nihilego and KO me. It's just a risk I have to take. I can't be too passive right now. I just have to try and take the knockout and then hope that they don't have another Nihilego in hand. And then what I could potentially do, well, I'll have to retreat into Tapu Koko. Even with Dawn, I can't attack, so I'll have to just do Plasma Hurricane. If I top deck Zeraora, that could be a potential out for us. They promote the Darkrai, which is interesting. They can't attack with it just yet. Okay. Oh, we did get Zeraora, so we could do this. We could attach. This allows us to still use our cord here, which is good. Attach cord. Don the energy. And then Lightning Claw. We are put to sleep, which is not great. We also don't KO it again with the Lightning Claw unless we top deck Giovanni. Well, they had Cyrus, so it didn't matter. If we procced the electrical cord, then that would have been fine, but unfortunately we couldn't get that. Okay. I think I'm gonna put this deck to rest. We've just been seeing too many decks that counter us decently well. I think the deck is good, I just don't know how well it's going to be in the meta right now just because of Savali Rampardos being so popular. So I want to cook up a list to see if we could counter that deck a little bit. So Savali's weak to fighting. What fighting cards could we incorporate? Let's look at fighting real quick. We could use Old Primeape. 16 more damage, so we're hitting for 100. Low kick Primeape could be decent. Where's the other Mankey? Isn't there one that does damage to itself? I think it's a promo. That's at the bottom. You could play Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl prevents the active from evolving, which they'd love to do. I actually don't mind that. Aerodactyl. We could do Aerodactyl with... I really want to try Passimian. I think Passimian could be really fun. It's just, it doesn't do much besides just the initial damage though. Gallade's always a good shout. Gallade does knock it out if there's an energy on it. Garchomp EX is a little slow. We could try the new Lycanroc actually. Lycanroc with the Midnight Form Bloodfang. They have just enough HP so that we can knock them out with a Bloodfang attack. Then what's our follow-up? Stardrop Minior could be really good against Skull Fossil. Could be interesting. Then we could play Lycanroc EX. One of Lycanroc EX. Let me see what Limitless has. I'm curious. Wait, Charizard EX Wigglytuff is actually strong? Interesting. Solgaleo Shiinotic? Okay, there's some fun lists out here. There are no fighting decks out here, which is interesting. I thought I saw a Lycanroc deck before. Oh, there's one. Excuse me. Here's a Lycanroc with Passimian as its starter. If it was not 2 energy, it'd be better. Wait, where is this guy? Okay. Alright, no, we're not playing that. It's so hard to add stuff on this client online. Because we are guaranteed starting with the Rockruff. Cape does seem like a decent idea. Let's go with Cyrus and Repel. The only thing we don't have is a Lily. I think Lily and Guzma. Instead of Guzma, we have Mars. The Iono. I added an extra one of these. I guess we don't need 2 of these. Well, no, we want the higher chance? We want the higher chance. We want the higher chance of getting the Midnight form. I'm gonna start with this first. Let's try it. If it works, it works. If not, it's whatever. Grass, not great for us. It's Buzzwole too. Is Passimian better? I think. Passimian could just be better in this deck. Now, if they get Kartana, we're kind of screwed. So we need some more basics. Skull Fossil technically counts. Okay. Signs of Evolution. Okay, they just retreat to Fairmosa, which is fine. That is annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I can get Rare Candy, Rampardos, and we're okay, but they can just knock out the Skull Fossil. Alright, that's good. Oh wait, no, they hit us for 40, so we actually knock it out. I forgot, we have 60 HP now. Okay, so that's great. So we'll hit this for 100 as well. We can top deck Repel, then we can at least hit the Buzzwole. I'm pretty sure I put Cyrus in the deck. Oh. They only had one energy in the discard, so yeah. They can go punch for 50. Okay. We still put them down to 70. Which means we can still come back here. But they could play Erica's, right? So Erica 130. Altogether, we're hitting for 230. With Erica, they're at 220. So we should still win. Let's go Bloodfang. Even if they have Erica's, I could come in with a second Lycanroc and then chip away at them even further. And that way, Rampardos can just KO. Yeah, there's the Erica. It's 120, still not enough, unless they have Potion or something. Okay. We love to see it. And we top deck Cyrus too, so even if they try to retreat, we still win. Sweet. Alright, the deck seemingly works. And against a weakness matchup too, which I wasn't expecting to come out on top on. Okay. Dark deck. Alright, so it's pick with Darkrai. Interesting combination. Seems kind of disgusting. Not gonna lie. I want to thin the deck out so that I could get Rare Candy Rampardos. I can put this guy down. I can put this guy down. Let's research. This isn't needed for anything, so we're good. I could have saved it for Iono, actually. That's probably the better play. So they can evolve into 2 cannon and KO me. So I don't want to touch the active. There's Rare Candy. Just go Iono here. Alright. This is better, so I can go Repel here, force that onto the bench. That way they can't easily retreat the Darkrai. I can go Signs of Evolution and then grab my Lycanroc. Maybe even cape the active. I'm not gonna cape because they may somehow have Leaf into Rare Candy 2 cannon. Okay. So maybe not. So we might be able to get some free hits on the Darkrai. If they ping me, they're lowering my HP, which means I can still do Blood Fang. Alright. So we're at 60. If we cape, that means if they do attach retreat, go into 2 cannon, they can't knock us out. Unless they play the other one, which is weird. Okay. We do need a decent top deck though to keep us alive. Alright, they're just gonna keep pinging. Now, because of the cape, I will miss the KO here. Mars. KO me next turn with Darkrai. I have a 7-card deck. I have a Research as an out. 2 rare candies. And what else? Research 2 rare candies. So 3 outs out of 4. Or 3 outs out of 7. Okay, this is fine. I'm not sure why they Sabrina there. But I don't mind giving up a Skull Fossil. Yeah, I don't think they should have done that. Okay, we did top deck a rare candy, which is great. I will go ahead and Mars them because that puts them down to 2, which means the chances of them getting Pikipek is pretty slim. Now they do have all their researches in deck though, so they could research into Rare Candy 2 Cannon. But even if they do, we just KO with Rampardos. Alright, another Darkrai hits the field. Alright, so they will, with a combination of Pikipek and Nightmare Aura, KO. Oh, no, they retreat. Okay. I feel like this is just better for me, so I'll retreat into the Lycanroc. And then we can just go Lycanfang. Hit for 130. Alright. Get to showcase the new Lycanroc EX. They finally get the 2 cannon live. Has 160 HP. So Nightmare Aura. 130, retreat, and pass. I could retreat the Lycanroc into the Lycanroc. Hit for 100. They knock me out, then I can just come in KO with Rampardos. I could retreat into Rampardos, hit for 130, and then Lycanroc can KO. I definitely don't want them to get this knockout here. But I can also just KO with the Lycanfang. Or not KO, but hit for 130. I don't see them ever KOing me. But they could Ilima. But if they do that, then they just send up a Darkrai with 10 HP. So I think we're fine as is. Okay. They still don't win though. Nice Lycanroc. Yeah, yeah. Which one? Yeah, we're trying it out. I've been seeing so many freaking Silvally Rampardos decks that I was like, maybe we should try a fighting deck on the ladder. And lo and behold, we haven't hit a single one yet, but it's been doing well against other decks. Is there anything I want to change to the list? It's streaked on rank. I don't know. I mean, we have a 2-win streak currently. It does have a lot of decent options. I mean, Rampardos is just too broken right now. And Lycanroc as a starter is really good. I think you could have issues chaining attackers with this deck. That's the only thing that I worry. But depending on what you see on the ladder, I'm seeing so many Silvally Rampardos, so that's why I'm trying this fighting deck. So maybe you might be able to get some luck out of it right now. Just depends on what your local meta is. Going first, we have Skull Fossil into Rampardos if we can get rare candy. Alright, Incineroar. Then the deck out of basics first so that we can get rare candy. Calms Iono. I'll put the Rockruff on the bench, but I think I'll save... Or no, I probably do want the Skull Fossil there too. Yeah, let's do that. And then pass. Red card, okay. Okay, we got Lycanroc. Both of them. Okay, they hit for 20. Okay, we got a cracked hand. I think I go in with this guy. Awesome Teary, by the way. Lovely lo-fi vibes either way. Thank you. Yeah. Trying to make it cozy as I can. Okay, and then we'll just pass. We hope that they don't have rare candy into Incineroar. I'm a big fan of lo-fi. Because a lot of times when I watch streamers, I just kind of like watch them to the side and just let them play as I'm like doing other work. And so if they have like really chill music, then it definitely does help. They concede! They concede! Sometimes that's the nature of this game, and it's like one of the things that I don't know how to explain it. It's one of the downsides of playing Pocket after coming from like the mainstream TCG, is that there's so much luck involved that if you just draw into like a really terrible hand, there's not much you can do. Okay, this is the matchup. Yeah, imagine getting all the way to Master Ball with just concedes. I bet there is like an account out there that just does that. They just concede to help other people elo. I can imagine someone being that kind of person. Okay. So this is awkward. Because if I evolve to Lycanroc, I have 80 HP, they can still KO me. If I evolve to the bigger Lycanroc, I'll have 50 HP, and then they just 2-hit KO me. So I think I have to Iono to see if I can get some more basics down, so that I don't just lose outright. Okay, well, I have Skull Fossil, so that's something. I think I still have to play this and just hope that they don't have it. But with Gladion, they probably do. Yep, they got Gladion, so they'll take the knockout. We could potentially get Rampardos with this rare candy, or sorry, with this research. Hoping that we can get Rampardos rare candy. But alas, we could not set up fast enough. And see, this is the situation. I built this deck in hopes that I could tackle this matchup specifically, and we just got a terrible start. Ooh. I just have to hope that they whiff a supporter, which is impossible. For some reason, we could say it luck up gameplay. Some cards don't just match well combo for some specific cards, whether it's support cards or poke cards. I did a bid experiment that shows. Oh, okay, interesting. What kind of experiments did you do to test that out? Alright, we can get the knockout on this guy, but the Rampardos just KOs me. Yeah, that is the one thing about Rampardos that is one of the reasons why I haven't made a video on it, is that I find it very difficult to get early, and a lot of the times if your frontliners go down super quickly, then you have a tough time struggling to get all the pieces, and it's super combo heavy. Which is annoying. Because like in that case, right, like if they didn't get Rampardos turn 2, we could have just knocked out the Savali and then just stayed ahead while they try to set up another attacker. Which is making me think maybe this version of the deck is not exactly it. What if we tried... What if we went really heavy on the Lycanroc EX? And then Passimian, maybe? I'm curious. I just want to try it. I want to see how Passimian works. It does give us a lot of space to work with, so... Okay. 2 Passimian. Probably 2 of these and 1 of these. Or actually, I still like the 2 ones, the other split. Can we do both? No, I don't think we need both. Let's do 1 of these and 2 of these. I think I still like that. I like the idea of double cape and maybe even center lady here. And then we definitely do need double Pokeball now. So it gives us 1 more space to work with. What's the ideal start? Turn 2 Signs of Evolution into this guy. Build up a Lycanroc. Passimian could go down. Maybe Guzma? I did quite a lot of solo battling, same level, same element, at least 5 times that I attempted. The card draw seems got the same pattern depending on the opponent's draw or our supporters / Pokemon's amount. Interesting. So you're noticing a specific pattern? Well, there's so much variance involved. It's probably very difficult to find any sort of reoccurring pattern, just because the permutations can go on almost infinitely. Probably Rocky. If we put Rocky on the Passimian, then we can get some extra chip damage in play. But then if that's the case, then we definitely want 1 of these and 2 of these guys if we're trying to lead with the Passimian. Let's try that. Marshadow. Ooh. 1 of Marshadow in this deck? Maybe. This can get us... Okay, second Passimian. Okay. Fine with this. I think you can consider start based on the energy. Energy amount is greater than Poke stages, is greater than available assisting items / supports. Are you talking about like in terms of deck building? What's the higher priority? Okay. If they don't evolve into Gallade, then we could repel and knock out. Passimian with 3 Quasar. Yeah, I've seen a couple of lists with that too. I think their Quasar's pretty cool. I wish it did a little bit more damage, but I like the synergy. No repel. So no knockouts. And they also evolved into Curlia, so we're fine. Okay, they will go with Revenge, which means they KO themselves. Which is probably not the best play from them. They should have just attached to a Gallade or a Curlia. I'm gonna send the Passimian back into the deck. I forgot to take the comms out because of the Rampardos line, but I actually do like it because we don't ever really need 2 Passimian in this game. In any game, really. We do still get Repel. I'm gonna save it in case they send up something else. Because I'd rather just take out this Marshadow here. Leave them with no energy. Yeah, with any Sage 2 decks, I enjoy putting Iono, because you can use research to build up a bigger hand than Iono. So you have a higher probability of getting Rare Candy into Stage 2, but because they had Curlia, the chances of them getting into the Gallade was a little bit easier since they didn't need the Rare Candy. Now they just send up the Ralts, which is interesting. Well, this is going to offload 2 energy to one of my bench Pokemon, so I can actually put energy here. Alright, what's the play? Put 2 energy, attach. I can go in with that Lycanroc. Yeah, I think I can put the energy here. I don't know if it matters. And then go Seismic Toss. Yeah, anytime I build a Stage 2 deck, I always try and include 1 Iono plus 1 Comms. Because even if you Iono into... Oh, concede. Even if you Iono into like Rare Candy but not the Mon, right? You could comms away that Mon for another chance at getting the Stage 2. And that's one of the things that I miss about, well, I can't say miss because I still follow the mainstream TCG, but one of the things I miss about playing the mainstream TCG more often is because there's a lot of opportunities for sequencing, right? You can sequence your hand to have a higher probability of getting the, you know, combo pieces that you need. It's a little bit easier to get the combo pieces because there's a lot of more specific supporter cards, and you have obviously a 60 card deck, so you can manipulate the probability a little bit more. But there's so much coin flipping in Pocket. Pocket appeals to the gambler in me. Okay. Can we beat this deck? That is my question. It's what I've been trying to achieve. We are going second. That's really good for us. Because we Signs of Evolution into the Midnight form, we could knock it out, but because I only put one in, the chances of me getting it is pretty low. So let's do this. They did use research and a Pokeball, so what I'm going to do... I'm gonna Mars them. It's not the strongest Mars, but they are down one research. Talking about combos, the more new cards released, the more complex a game could be, the more old cards also getting rotated. And that's one of the reasons why I actually started playing Pocket and making content about Pocket, is because when I first saw, you know, what is it, Genetic Apex, the first set, I wasn't sold. I thought it was just like, you know, more complex tic-tac-toe essentially. But then they released, you know, Mythical Islands, and then I saw a lot more complexities with the games, and I got really excited about it. And so that's what drew me into Pocket, is because they were releasing more cards that added a layer of complexity to the game, which I thought was really cool. And yeah, and so I'm hoping that they continue that trend. I do still like the fact that it's a 20 card deck, because it makes games easier and quicker to play. But yeah, if they add a lot more interesting cards that, you know, make combos a little bit easier to piece together, they stray away from, you know, a lot of the coin flip mechanics, because I feel like that kind of makes decks a little bit iffy to play. Does Cape ever matter here? I could Cape and Poke Center Lady, and that gives me 50 HP. They don't have an energy on a Savali just yet, so we can do this. Alright, we got a Lycanroc EX set up. Tell the press. And we do need to get a second one set up. Iono, 2 cards, not super beneficial for them. Okay, we got that Lycanroc set up, but concede. We did it. We finally beat a Savali deck. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Somehow. I was thinking almost the same, honestly. I'm just glad I also began playing TCGP since Genetic Apex. It's fun to know we may enjoy on building up the decks and experimenting everything. Yeah, that's how I feel too, exactly. It's like, I'm so glad that I started from the beginning, because even like let's say Celestial Guardians. Like a lot of the older cards, right? We didn't think were viable until Rare Candy came out, and then you could start playing the older cards because Rare Candy. And so, yeah, there's just the fact that this game is young is giving me hope that there is room for the meta to grow, but then we can also like experiment more and put in a little bit more thought into the decks that we build. It is rare. It is rare to get a double concede streak. But if you can disrupt your opponent out of getting the cards they need, then there's nothing else to do but hit that concede button. Knowing the evolution's difference, just noticing even the trainers are just aesthetically pleasing to talk about in community. I know, and that's one of the things that I personally really enjoy and is a little difficult about this game, is that I like collecting different artworks. I used to do that with the TCG Live, is just try and collect the different artworks of all the cards because they're so beautiful. And the fact that Pocket also just has like amazing artwork is just, it's unfair. It's unfair. Alright, we got a slow hand, and this is one of the things. So you don't have a good start, it's hard to come back, and then we're playing against a Greninja deck too, with Shaman. I'm assuming this might be Greninja or a Choreo? Okay, we got Rockruff. Thank goodness. I could repel here. Honestly, I don't hate it. Yeah, we do need more slots for binders. I was messing around with that because that's not something that I haven't touched on that a little bit, but yeah, like why can't we showcase things, like more things? Because I wanted to make a binder with just like all my EXs, and then like, yeah, you can't even fill up all your EXs in one binder. Okay. Did they just have Froakie? Ah, but they have Cape too. Yeah. I was hoping to get a knockout. Okay, Pokeball's not bad. This gets us second Rockruff, good. So I feel fine committing to the evolution here. We can go ahead, Seismic Toss, hit for 60. Okay, they've used double research, so a Mars here would be really nice on my end. There's an Oricorio, so we do need to set up Midnight Form Lycanroc 2. They do get the Greninja online, but the Greninja hits for 60. We should maybe put Cape onto the active so we don't just die. And we can get more value out of the Passimian while we set up both Lycanrocs. That might be best. They might just be playing Water Energy though, so I don't know. Or maybe I save the Cape, put it on the Lycanroc. If I Cape the active, they just ping the active and knock it out, right? So there's no point. We can pull the Passimian out of the deck so it's not filling up space. I want to save the cape. I think I'll just hit for 60 here, and then we can go Lycan Fang, knock out the Greninja. Or we can just go in with a Blood Fang, too. That's not bad, because then they'll have to send in an Oricorio. They do play Lightning Energy, so they can attack with Oricorio next turn. Water Shuriken, probably gonna go on to Lycanroc EX, yep. We do play Center Lady, so we can heal up most of that damage too, so not too worried about the pings. If Oricorio's the only other thing they have, Irida, okay. Okay. So we'll KO the Greninja with the Lycanroc EX. Okay. Let's put Cape on you. We can go Lycan Fang to knock out the Greninja. They don't have another Greninja set up, so that's good. We can retreat into the Lycanroc Blood Fang. This does mean we lose a lot of our energy, but if they can't set up another Greninja fast enough, we might be able to still win. They have Pokeball, so that does get them Froakie. Easier to play plant or water deck since it has some extra healing cards, which makes it easier to simply think less hassle for the bitter decision making. Yeah, I do find that like grass decks have a lot of great cards. Because they have healing, they have broken tools, they have energy acceleration as well. Okay, I think we do just retreat. And then the Mars prevents them from potentially getting a Greninja. Which hopefully is enough for me to win this game. They also have 2 lightning energy, so they can do water drip, but if they water drip, they lose. Ah, they chose to lose. It's easy dub, easy dub. Okay, I think I like this Passimian Lycanroc deck. It is very good. How many games have I played with it? I think we've got a decent amount to showcase the deck. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I would change about it. The Rocky Helmet seems very good. The capes plus the Center Lady. Very nice to keep our Lycanrocs alive. No, I think the list is really good. We might try something else, but before we do that, let's open up this pack. Anything good? Nah. Okay. did want to try Blacephalon at some point, but maybe not today. I definitely want to test the list out a little bit more before I start showcasing it. Have I ever gotten a God Pack? No, I have not yet have gotten a God Pack. I've gotten some really good pulls. I've gotten, in this recent pack, I got 2 shinies, but no God Pack. I'm still waiting. You know what, I want to play this deck maybe 1 or 2 more times, and then I think I'm going to end the stream early, just so I can get a head start on editing videos. Get some food as well. Okay. Pesky Oricorio. Okay. Yeah, I think my roommate has gotten a God Pack too. But yeah, still have yet to confirm it for myself. Okay. I'm not after you, buddy. I'm after that one. And you know what? Just cause you're rude, or you're not rude. You're just playing the game, I get it. Let's just do that. So now we do need to get a Rockruff and a Midnight Form Lycanroc in order to get through this guy now. But I'm hoping that that Mars plus Pidgey knockout was enough. They do have a Froakie. Would have liked to KO that. I mean, no energy wasted, I guess. Where are my cards? Electric Oricorio has just been the top 10 World Champs decks though. Its ability just sort of cancels the most powerful known combo like Darkrai Giratina. Like, yeah, it is just so good against Darkrai Giratina, and also a lot of stage 2 decks that are EXs. Like I played the New Zero Aura with like one of Oricorio as well. And I played against a Charizard deck and they couldn't do anything. Alright, this is weird, but Passimian can't do the one thing it's meant to do. But we can come in with Lycanroc Midnight form. I just spoke too soon. Alright, maybe not. We'll see what we can get. Alright. And if they set up Greninja too, we may be cooked. Okay, what I can do is retreat in Signs of Evolution, which guarantees that I get a Lycanroc here. But this does mean I have to commit to this Lycanroc for the rest of the game, which is going to be difficult. But we do have Center Lady. We've taken a point. Cyrus. So now they've taken 2 points. Okay, so this does mean that we have access to the Lycanroc EX to KO Greninja. But it's going to be a little difficult to manage between the two because we have to use this guy. This will KO this, but I need to get energy on the bench Lycanroc enough to KO a Greninja, but also the cape. Is that enough? I think they do still out damage or outrange my Lycanfang attack. They do have just a 1-card hand, so maybe they don't have it. And this Rocky Helmet could be the deciding factor. Who knows? But if they do have it, then they just win. So what's in their discard? They didn't have it. That is true. The Passimian does give away too many points for Ultra Beast to use the Beastite. That's crazy that we win this match, though. I did not think that we would pull this off. He could have Sabrina. But if he did, he would have used it when promoting the Frogadier, right? The Cyrus or Sabrina? No? And that's just KO, right? Unless I'm missing something. Okay. Just had to make sure. Was looking a little scary there. We're on a 4-win streak with this deck. Deck's not bad. It definitely does feel satisfying. Too good to beat. Electric Choreo deck, yes. This guy, so good to just beat a little Aura Choreo. Now we have a pretty good hand if we can get a Rockruff in play. Hopefully our research can set us up nicely. Darkrai. Comms and Rockruff. Perfect. Put this into play. And pass. If we hit for 60, we go down to 80, or they go down to 80. I think we just try and set up Lycanroc EX here. And what Lycanroc's EX's HP? 150, it's not bad. But that does mean that 150 with a Nightmare Aura plus Giratina, they can knock me out. So I do need a cape. Iono. That's fine, I didn't need to see those cards just right away. We do get our capes that I was asking for, which is great. Okay, so it's a Darkrai Poison build, which is something I do want to try. But maybe not today. Okay, we have Comms. I could Comms away this Rockruff. I definitely need to attach here. I'll go ahead and just bench. I actually do want to keep this just in case if we don't top deck, or if we don't top deck anything good in the next couple turns. What I'll do, they ping for another 20, 40, I'll go down to 70. So cape on the active actually seems good. I'm trying not to get Mars'd here, or red card. So I'm gonna play down my hand a little bit and then pass. Tapu Lele is one of the underrated basic cards like Sudowoodo used to be before Meowscarada released. Yes, if you've seen any of my videos, I speak so highly of Tapu Koko. I love putting the psychic package of Tapu Koko and the psychic Aura Choreo in every deck because it's just so good. Okay, I did forget about the barb, which means that the cape actually doesn't matter here, so I probably should have just put the helmet here. That's my bad. But they look like they don't have much going on, so I'm fine with just benching this. If I helmet, I mean, this isn't gonna go anywhere else, so I can put this here. So they will knock me out with poison. Because Nightmare Aura plus the 10 damage. But that's actually... Is that preferable? Yes, this is preferable because Passimian's ability does have to be damaged from an attack, right? So I want to... Because if I had 80 HP here... I know, this is why I love Mars in this deck, is that as soon as the Passimian goes down, Mars just shifts the tempo in our favor. But yeah, I mean, even with the cape, we wouldn't have died to poison, so actually Rocky Helmet would have been better here, but I don't think it matters either way. An offload pass onto the Lycanroc EX. And we have the center lady for follow-up too. That's really good. Mars down to 1. And then Lycan Fang for 2. The Wheezing has 110 HP. They'll hit us for 30. We take some poison damage, but we can heal it with the center lady, but that should be enough for us to clean up the game. Pokeball? Alright. That's GG's. Interesting that they gave this the crown rare. The Nihilego. Yeah, I think Poison's gonna be really interesting to mess around with. They did try their best. We're on a 5-win streak. I think I have maybe one more game in me, and then we'll probably end the stream a little early. Let's try and end it off with a good Lycan Rock match. And then I'll kind of showcase, showcase some of the decks that I want to try out next week. It's a grass deck, which is fine because Passimian is weak to Psychic, so that's good. We don't just get bodied by Buzzwole. Okay, it's Decidueye. This is a deck that I want to try too because it got a lot of new cards. I want to try it with the Pheromosa and also the new Decidueye, the non-EX one. I think it'd be really good. If only they implemented those new changes with the win streaks affecting your point gainage. That would be nice. I'm wondering if I should center, or not center, comms away one of these guys so I can get a Lycan Rock. Because next turn what they can do is they can evolve, attach, but they can't attack. So I have one more turn, so I don't need to commit just yet. Maybe I can top deck either Research or Pokeball. I have what? 14 card deck. 2 of each. Do I play Iono? I don't remember if I do. No, they play Iono. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't use the comms. Got what we needed. Alright. This is pretty good hand. The Meowscarada is scary because they do one-hit KO a Lycan Rock with the weakness. So I might need to... that's tough. That's actually a tough matchup. I would probably need to Mars them after this Passimian goes down. And then maybe double Cape. Yeah, I probably need to see Cape here in order to have a chance. I could Repel to knock out a Meowscarada. Is that worth it though? Or not Meowscarada, a Sprigatito? Because Decidueye then does 100 damage to me. It might actually be worth it to get rid of one of them and take a prize here. Let's try it. I got rid of that one. We know who your favorite is now. Ooh. I won't tell, I promise. Yeah, that's my only shot. So, Rare Candy into Decidueye is possible. They've used what? They used double Research and Iono, so Mars would be very good. This gives them Rare Candy Meowscarada. So the fact that they used that means that they don't have potentially the they don't have a way to get into Decidueye just yet. But they retreat. So they're saving the Decidueye. Okay. This lets me get a free hit on a Meowscarada. Okay. But they do KO me next turn, right? So... Guzma would be really nice here. I'm deciding whether if I should play Iono just to throw off whatever they're plotting in their hand. They didn't get Decidueye, so maybe they don't have it. I'm gonna hold off on Iono for one turn and just go in with the Seismic Toss. We'll lose a Passimian. Yeah, I was thinking about either getting Cape or Mars, because then those would be preferable to play next turn. Erica. Should have seen that coming. Research is probably better here, so we'll go Research. Okay, Cape is good. But I think because we can't KO the Meowscarada with a Cape, we pretty much lose here. I should have kept that Pokeball, actually. Not bad. So we survive the turn, but we don't survive... I mean, they could even just KO me with Rowlet, right? So I need to... I need to get Lycanroc Midnight form. I can't get the EX here. Retreat. KO. Hope that they don't have... Rare Candy into Decidueye the following turn. Okay. Can we get there? Oh! Wait, this actually... Oh my god, is this... I think that was a perfect combination of cards. If my opponent's hand is as bricked as it seems, we might be able to survive. Okay, we just have to pray. We just have to pray that their hand, even if they get Decidueye, well, if they get Decidueye, then they snipe my Lycanroc on the bench. That's just whatever. Ooh. But if they hit me for 40, which they can't do that, otherwise they lose. So then we get a free hit, but then we hit for 50. So we can 2-hit KO them, but then if we top deck Mars, how many cards do we have left? We have 8. We've only seen 1 research. They attack? Why did they attack? Oh, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. That's... I can't believe we came out of that on top. I think on that note... that was a good way to end the stream. So just to show off the deck, thank you Jason. The deck highlight of the stream today is the Lycanroc Passimian deck. I didn't think it would be that good. I tried it first with the Rampardos. Definitely like it better with the Passimian. The Passimian just gets everything flowing super well. We do give up some points, but the Lycanroc EX is just strong enough to kind of carry games. And then also the baby Lycanroc is just broken as well. But yeah. Thank you for hopping on. It's been really fun talking to you. And then I'm also gonna just give a little bit of an update of what I'm gonna be playing next week, what I'm cooking up. I definitely need to revisit Blacephalon. Blacephalon has been tricky to make a deck around. I've seen some lists online, but in my testing, let Corio and Masquerada passed away, mate. Yes, we sent them to the afterlife, knowing that they can rest easy. I definitely do want to try a Decidueye heavy focus build, because I think this new Decidueye is pretty cool. I thought about potentially trying Passimian, but thinking about it, it is going to be a tough sell. Doing 80 for 2 and then having to have Passimian on your bench is... it's tough. We did the Lycanroc. I'm interested to see if Stack Attacka with Beast Wall can be a potential wall deck. The Ferrothorn intrigued me as well. The Stoutland with the essentially the same ability slash attack as the Oranguru is pretty cool, and the Sharp Fang for 70 is not a bad number to hit. The Beware for memes, have to try it out. And then obviously I'm trying to cook up a Savali deck, but not the typical Savali Rampardo, so I want to try something a little bit more unique with this because I think there's a lot of potential with this card too. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the stream. Thank you for hopping on. It's been super fun chatting and showcasing the Lycanroc deck. But check out next week. I'll be streaming not on Saturday, but next week I'll stream maybe Thursday night and on Friday. in the not in the morning, but like earlier in the day, because I do have to go out of town next week. But yeah, some videos to be coming out soon. But I will catch you guys later.